Hey guys, so I am not a Titan, and this is going to be my fourth vlog and the first tag I have ever done. I'm going to be doing a tag on, I'm going to talk to you about my favorite album ever, and I'm just going to tell you a lot of things about it. Now, of course, when you do yours, you can say whatever you want about the album, but I made a list of questions just in case you'd like to have some guidelines on where to go. Alright, I was going to be doing this right when I got home from work, and I was supposed to get off work at 10 o'clock. I did not leave that store until midnight. I was there for fucking ever. Did not get to see Aaron tonight. But I got my my McDonald's and my ice cream, so my breakfast of champions for the AM, and I'm here now, and so I'm doing the video now, and we're good. So, favorite album. Alright, first question. My favorite album ever is Neutral Milk Hotel's In the Aeroplane Over the Sea. To give you a short background on Neutral Milk Hotel, they were a modern folk rock band in the 1990s. They started around mid-90s. They only had two full-length albums, on Avery Island in 1996 and In the Aeroplane Over the Sea in 1998. After that album was put out, it got a wide range of underground success. It just got very popular among people listening to underground and independent music, and lead singer Jeff Mangum basically found it to be too much pressure and stopped. He planned to run the band for a much longer time, but the pressure just got to him, and he stopped. And so since then he's just been living his life, working on music a little bit with the Elephant Six Collective, which is the music collective in Athens, Georgia that he came out of. Recently got married. No, that's it. So, that's that. The second question is, how did you find this album? I actually found this. I went to see Brand New go play live recently. Brand New is absolutely incredible, definitely one of my favorite bands. So after seeing them live, I was really interested in seeing what kind of music that Jesse Lacey was interested into, who's the lead singer of Brand New. And so I was just looking online, looking around, and I saw a quote from him saying that In the Aeroplane Over the Sea was the greatest album ever written. I finally decided to go listen to them, because I thought if anybody's going to know good music, it's Jesse Lacey. And I listened to the album, and I thought it was incredible, and that's it. Third question is, how would you describe style of music? A lot of the music on the album is definitely just basic modern folk. He was very ahead of his time, but that type of, those songs on the album were more just very simple acoustic guitar and vocals. They have this kind of bittersweet sound to them in the chord progressions. It's all about the lyrics, really. The guitar is just a background. The rest of the album, the songs are a little bit weirder. I would definitely call freak folk, where they take that acoustic guitar sound but make it a little quicker, and then they add in stuff like horns, and they add in really fuzzy guitars, and then they put in weird musical saw, and drums are really loud, and so it takes that really calm, relaxed sound and just makes it really brash and almost violent, but violently happy. It's strange, but very cool. The fourth question is about the intro to the album. The first song on the album is The King of Carrot Flowers Part 1, which I believe is one of the best written songs on the entire album. It's only about 2 minutes, but it's absolutely incredible. The contrast between the lines is really interesting, between happy and sad things, and it's very surreal. The actual mood of that song, it's a little bit abrupt the way it comes up, but it definitely sounds like an intro. You can hear the way the chords work at the beginning of the song, and you can definitely just hear that it's introducing something very big, and then that leads into King of Carrot Flowers Part 2 and 3, the next song, and so it's a really interesting intro to the entire album to have those mixed together. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the climax of the album, and what about it? The climax of that CD, both musically and emotionally, is definitely Oh Come which is track 8 on the album. It's just an incredible 9-minute song. The lyrics are absolutely beautiful. They're genius. it's the kind of song that I listen to, and coming from a music writer's perspective, it's just something I listen to, and I hope that someday I can write something like that, something that brings out that much emotion in a song. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's almost the entire thing is just acoustic guitar and vocals, but it's absolutely incredible, the transitions it goes through, and just the way it's written. If you actually listen very, very close at the end after it was done, the entire song was done in one take. So you listen very closely at the end, at the end of the recording, and you hear someone scream, "Holy shit!" just because it was all done in one take, and the song is incredible. Question 6 is, how does the album end? I think that the album, the end of it feels extremely conclusive. The last song on the album is Two-Headed Boy Part 2. And that song is very interesting. For a while at the beginning, if you haven't really looked at the names of the songs, if you're just listening to them, it doesn't sound like a second part to Two-Headed Boy yet. But if you pay enough attention to the lyrics, you can kind of tell. Near the end, one of the verses comes in, and it takes one of the same lines and the same vocal melody as in Two-Headed Boy Part 1. And so it brings that back all the way from near the beginning of the album, which is very interesting. Brings back like memories from the beginning, so it links them together. And the end line, the ending lines of the CD, they're incredible, so well written. I can't describe it to you unless you listen to it, but the last line is absolutely perfect. It gives this very bittersweet kind of emotion. It's just perfect ending, I think. Question 7. How does this album feel as an item as opposed to just a group of songs? I think that this album is all about it just being one big item. All the songs link together. If you listen to them, just how certain songs link one into the other, you can tell that those songs were written to be together. The way that they were composed, it was all composed to be one big item. Listening to the songs separately a lot of times is not nearly as good. I'll hear one song from the album and I'll have to learn the whole thing, just because it's like one big song for me, almost. I could consider it just one big hour-long song, just because they're composed together so well, and they link in such a way that it's like one big item. Last question. Overall, what emotions does the album make you feel? I think over the course of the album goes into everything. Very sad parts, extremely happy songs that are about things that are kind of odd to be happy about. Everything in the middle. The ending of the album, like I said, is very bittersweet, and so it's kind of unsure, but it leaves you very hopeful, I think. It leaves me very hopeful at the end of the song, even though it is a little bit sad. And so the album really kind of brings you down to earth. It's a very realistic emotion. It's not just on one side happy or one side sad. It's mixed, and that's how a lot of emotions really are. So that's how I feel about that. Alright, so that is me talking to you about my favorite album in the Aeroplane Over the Sea. One last thing. I put a playlist, I put the link in the About the video down there, and it's going to be a link to a playlist that I made for you that has every single song on in the Aeroplane Over the Sea in order. So if you want to, you can listen to it, and if you like it enough, go get it. Whatever. What we're doing is every time that I do a blog up here, no matter what bands I'm listening to talking about, I am going to make a playlist, a YouTube playlist, and I'm going to put it in the About the video so that you can go listen to it. So instead of having to search for yourself what songs you want to listen to, or having to search by yourself, you can just go and listen to the playlist I made you and hear all those bands I'm talking about. So I thought that would be a good idea to let you know, to have you easily listen to what I'm talking about so you know what I mean. So you can look forward to that every time I post a video. I'm going to be making a playlist, and that's it. So I really hope some of you guys do this. Either comment on me or message me if you do one of this tag so I can see what your favorite album is and talk to you about it, because I'd really like to know. So, this is Alex. I am not a Titan. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you do one of these yourself.